Should we wait for people to come in? We should just let's jump into it.
Do we ever?
I don't even like people, dude.
Hi, nobody. Hi,
Fuck those
YouTube.
guys. That's me when I start my stream. I'm like, what's up?
Yeah, it's just like I think that's why a lot of people have this like the starting soon screen, right? Just
Yeah, I don't want to do that shit. I hate this.
Exactly.
That's boring
It's
as
just
fuck.
If I click on your stream, like happenstance, I'm just like, oh, someone's streaming this game. I click and there's a starting stream screen. I'm not coming back.
Yeah, exactly. You're off.
This is big talk from a guy who recently was telling me how when he came back from vacation, he started to stream and no one said anything for like 6 minutes, and he was like, "Oh no, do they not like me anymore?"
There was I at the end when like the first person chatted, I flipped over and saw how many people were in the stream. There was 50 people there. Just no one said anything for like the first 6-7 minutes, and I was like, "What the fuck's going on?"
I don't care about people. I don't need them. I don't need a starting screen.
I don't want a starting screen though. I just sit there and I go, "What up, fucks?" And then I like start the game. And that's what
That's how you do it? Nice.
That's actually how I
Turn on
mic
music,
check
play game.
before YouTube every single time I do a video. I go, "What's up?" like an intro, but then I say something incredibly bad that would totally get me demonetized on YouTube. And then yeah.
Good call. Good call.
Seems like a solid way to start.
Yeah, I like the part where you don't end up saying it. It's a good call.
Yeah, because if you say the F word in like the first 30 seconds, your ad revenue gets cut in thirds.
Exactly.
Wait, actually, but if you say it like later in the video, it's like,
It's fine.
Mhm.
Don't
That's
care.
fine. Oh.
It's been 30 seconds now, right? So that's fucking crazy.
This
just
is
put like
Twitch.
a
No,
full
always going
screen
on
for the
YouTube.
first.
I counted.
Screen starting screen for the first 30 seconds. It's fine.
Okay, welcome everyone to the Runeterra show. New patch. We got what am I? Okay, I should probably switch up everyone's names.
Yeah,
Jason Station, Watch It Bay. What am I? Z Turtle and not Axel, aka Henneke.
Darn.
I can't imitate the great seasonal top at Akeda. The gig is up.
I can't, with your British accent, I can't tell if you're actually ever trolling people or not, because you just always sound kind.
Just the
Okay, let's get into it. So new patch. What's everyone think? What's good? What's not good? What's your plan? Give me the deets.
I kind of think everything's good. Like all of the champions seem to do cool things, which is really weird. It makes me think I'm wrong, but right now all of the champions seem to be doing some pretty busted stuff.
All the champions are really cool. They do some really interesting stuff. It's all pretty good, and they're all going to lose to Pantheon.
No, the Jin Annie deck seems like a fine.
Jin Annie will beat it.
Yeah, Jin Annie will beat it. Mm-hmm.
That's the most
Jin
played deck.
definitely beats Pantheon, and I'm pretty sure Winding Light beats Pantheon.
Like Targon shenanigans. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jin Annie is 10% of the ladder right now.
That's because no one knows what to play.
Let's be super clear. When I say the new champions are good, there are 5 new champions, and one of them is Winding Light. In case anybody was wondering.
I don't even know what that is.
God damn it, Jason!
It's the Targon card, the Overwhelm one.
Oh, I've yet to see a single person play that. I saw that's being played in some decks, but I haven't actually seen it hit play.
It's a fun card.
It does some pretty busted things.
Yeah, you think it's really good?
I think it's really good. I'm trying to find out where the best place for it is, and I'm trying like all of the different crazy places to put it. And I think there's going to be a tier 1 deck that plays 3 of that card.
Interesting.
It'd be sad if it was just classic Nightfall.
I actually tried that. Like that was like my second try, and that deck I think is one of the worst places to put it.
So why would that be bad? Nightfall hasn't been good forever. I'd welcome some Nightfall coming back for a little while.
I don't like Nightfall.
Exactly.
I'd be fine with it. Like Diana Nocturne midrange is fun. It's just that it's bad.
I actually agree. I don't think that's the spot for Winding Light. Like every other deck that is not Nightfall aggro feels like it does more unfair things with the card. Even like Elite sounds more OP with it.
How good is it in like the Aphelios Zoe Vi?
One of the ones I've been messing around with is Victor Vi, and it's pretty unreal. Like that, you kill on turn 6 a lot.
With the Dust Petal Dust?
Yeah. You kill on turn 6 a lot.
Pretty sick.
Casual 12 attack Overwhelm Vi along with the rest of your board. Boom Baboon is a 5 power Overwhelm.
Your chompers get buffed. You have 2-3 Overwhelm chompers. That's pretty good.
It's
to be honest, I expected Rico Rex to be on that on day 1, but he's on something completely different. He's on Bard Overwhelm with Noxus. It's ridiculous.
It's
such a weird thing.
It's an interesting take.
He uses it's one of the Reckoning cards, the Rune something cards, and it gives the Tentacle can't block.
Oh, mana one, the 5 mana one.
And I couldn't do anything. The Tentacle was like massive, but it did nothing, and he just. I had that today.
Oh god.
Oh,
What
God.
happens? Does it just start?
It's
It
a
goes
one.
back to
It,
1/1.
it gets bigger again, but it resets
Resets.
it to 1/1.
Okay, yeah, sure. It's just 1 mana kill tentacle, basically.
Yeah. It's a good time. Spacey Sketcher stonks.
Spacey Sketcher gets better every set.
What
Except
about
that one time
um,
they nerf Serpent. And it's been
what about that
slowly
6
working
mana card? Do you know they have to evoke
Crunch.
3 times?
With
out. Oh,
6
they invoke
mana.
3 times. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Is it too
That's fun card.
slow? I have.
Yes.
I don't
that's
know
the
the
Lord
part where
card.
I pay
Lord.
6 mana and then die. That part makes
Yeah,
me
exactly.
sad.
That's what I
Like
thought.
it is
star
awesome.
shaping has been too slow for a while.
Mhm.
We still play it because you kind of have to, but like even then you're like, oh, I only gain 4 life for my 5 mana and find a game-ending threat. Oh, this sucks.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
I mean, it would be better if it was a more like value-oriented meta, but it's like pretty fast day one. Especially with all like the aggro stuff running around. You
And
can't
I
really
don't-
spend 6 mana.
I don't expect it to slow down either, right? Like
Yeah, no.
the best decks from last patch were Pantheon and Aphelios. Like you can't just spend 6 mana and not do anything against those
Mhm.
decks.
I mean, even the Tentacles right now, like that's like the same thing. Like that deck can go really fast. Like I was played a game earlier, I was just getting hit by like 18 overwhelm damage on turn 5, and it was just like, why? What did I do to deserve this? And yeah, like 6 mana is not gonna cut it against that.
You don't even get to a spot where you can actually really cast that.
No.
I definitely like the oops I leveled Alawi on turn 4 hands. Those are pretty fun.
Yeah. They're a bit
Well, you just play the Sea's Voice on 3, allow you on turn 4, and you got, big overwhelm on Tentacle, big overwhelm on Alawi, you just smash face for a ton.
yeah. The Alawi cards are even good, like outside of Alawi. Like Tentacle Smash is just
Tentacle Smash is a
Insane.
good ass card.
you just
Mhm.
play it in every like the
I feel like
deck.
that card is like propping that deck up. Like,
Yes.
I think if
Oh,
that card
yeah.
didn't exist, like that deck wouldn't exist.
Sure, yeah.
For sure, but I feel like Demacia, like Tentacles, there's like 2 main decks. There's the Garen and J4 one, which a lot of people prefer, and then there's the control version, which is the Lux one, which Kavera's been on. But I mean, people already diamond with that in EU.
Yeah.
Like, I think Kubi got diamond first with the Lux version, and Salty Simon got it straight after with the Garen J4 version. So that's dominating EU ladder at the moment.
I don't really put any credence into anything dominating ladder for the first like 3-4 days.
Yeah.
I'm really
Oh,
sad
yeah.
you didn't say EU letter.
It is.
I don't really put any credence into EU.
That's true.
But
Have you ever
everyone-
like? I'm sure this happens from the EU side as well. But have you ever looked at the other ladder and been like, "What the fuck's going on over there? How are you winning with
Yeah.
this? Like this
Yeah.
deck's so bad over here." And then I'm
Mhm.
sure it happens on the EU side. They're like, "Why are you all playing this?"
Yeah.
You know?
I think because a lot of people are just jamming Annie Jin at the moment, and this deck does really, really well into Annie Jin. So
Yeah. Challengers do really well into that deck because
Mhm.
Annie just dies. You
Tentacle
have to, like, not
smashing,
play Annie.
Tentacle smashing, and Annie is the biggest value of all. You get kill Annie for free,
Challenger
and
also
you
just
get
like
I mean, it's always been good, like as is, but it's especially good into a 0-2 that is important to your opponent's plan.
Petrified Broadwing, Stonks.
it's also like Challenger and Vulnerable are so huge right now because it's good into Annie, but people also forget that it's good into Alawi. On defense, she's a
Mhm.
1/6.
Yeah.
Like you can take any Challenger and just smack her around.
Movement says, "Glad everything feels okay at power level besides Bard being a tad powerful." I don't think Bard's a tad powerful.
I don't
I
think so
have a
either.
question about Bard.
Okay.
Bard seems suspicious to me. Like,
He keeps making these two tooting noises, and I don't know what's up with that.
Dr. Laura posted something about like how many natural chimes you're supposed to hit in like based on like how many like drawing naturals right from the origin, and it's like 5 or 6 by turn 8. Does not feel what the Bard experience is.
Well, that's if you don't. Okay, so anytime you play the 1-drop or the 2-drop, you automatically
Yeah,
hit a chime.
I know.
right?
I know you automatically get a chime, but I feel like I'm getting hit by more chimes than like 5 or 6 by turn 8. I feel like it's like 5 or 6 before like turn 5.
It's like every
See-
time you get a turn 1 chime, like, oh, statistically unlucky.
turn- My opponent hit 3 chimes on turn 2.
Oh,
I was like, "Excuse me."
Yeah, no. I played that deck and didn't hit a chime for 6 turns. My opponent plays that deck, and they had, what was it? They had 4 chimes by turn 2 because they got 1 on the original. Then they played the 1-drop, then they got 3 on the next one,
Damn.
and then as you can see, this it was just done.
Not hitting chimes by turn 5 is like, I feel like I hit like 1 or 2, probably 2 on average by turn 5, not counting the ones I put on top. I don't actually hit a lot of chimes randomly, and I play a lot of Bard.
Okay. Okay, maybe it's just I'm low rolling.
I think,
like,
I think
I think what we're having is a, our Yasuo versus the enemy Yasuo moment.
Yeah.
I think it's the worst as well is when you're playing from behind with the spell deck and you're forced to play units, and then next turn you just draw all your chimes and it's just on a
With
useless
no
unit.
units in
And
hand or something. You're like,
yeah.
Yeah.
I think as well is a lot of the other champions got very pre-built decks, or like decks that are sort of, good on day one and can be improved slightly. I think Bard is the only deck that has like a lot of improvement that can be made over time in cards court, and what do we bring and what not do we bring, which is why I think people are having mixed opinions on Bard.
I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of like exploration to be done, even with like Annie and Jin as well. Like I think, like I played like 5 different Annie decks today, and like I feel like you could do the same thing with Jin, and just like I played against someone playing Vandal Jin. I saw someone playing PNZ Jin.
PNZ
Just
like fun. Yeah, with the bots and Victor, and you just like
you just
yeah.
proc him over and over, and he just shoots faces. But like, so there's like a lot of interesting things to do. Like Annie, on the other hand, like you can do like Annie, like a lot of the mage. I forget what the thing is called. The Taibok decks. Like the Rex one is cool. I've done like Annie as PNZ, so like there's a lot of different directions to take these champions, and I feel like a lot of them have potential.
Mm-hmm.
The one
Yeah, I
man
agree.
Noxus Landmark might be my favorite card of the set.
Really?
I think it's fun. Yeah.
The 10 mana countdown one?
No,
Yes.
the 1 mana 10.
Or the 1 mana 10
Yeah.
count? Yeah.
Yeah, that's some Tibble that makes all your stuff do more damage. That's such a cool card.
Mhm.
And then you
That's
finish it, and you play
so
another one, and you're
bad.
like, ha 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 ha.
Do you know what I realized?
Every time my opponent
today
plays
is-
that, I'm like, oh, good, I won. Fantastic.
Really?
Oh,
had different
oh.
reasons.
You're not-
Yeah.
you're not-
Just crush all those people. They're like, yeah, I finally got it. I'm like, and you're dead. Cool. Yeah, take lethal. Fantastic.
Well, that sounds interesting. Someone's in the chat. The Bard Poppy Demacia sounds interesting
Yeah.
with all the Yodelsmith and everything, I guess.
There's that, and there's also the one Black Boss is playing, which was just like
Oh,
it
yeah.
played the chime
Tarek Poppy
support
one.
thing, and then you just played Tarek Poppy support. And it's just, I don't know, basically have like a Young Witch type card in your deck. I don't know, seemed pretty good.
That card's
There was
good.
there was a version we were experimenting in the Wombats where you played Insightful Investigator and
Yes.
just play a bunch of 2-drops and just that was very fun when we were testing in the early access.
Trying to get degenerate with it. Yeah, I played against that deck once or twice, I think. It's always cool, but like, I don't know, if you lean too hard into the chimes, it doesn't go well for you because they're not something you can rely on and not that powerful,
Mhm.
right? Like, +3/+3 over the course of 2 turns is like not that good. It's why I've always hated the 3/3 that gives like some of your stuff +3/+3 in your deck. You know what I'm talking about? The
Yeah,
strike card?
Xenotype.
Yeah.
I think that card's
researchers.
terrible.
Yeah.
Because it is.
It
and
is
like,
terrible.
and it's kind of the same thing. Like if you lean too hard into a Xenotype researcher deck, like your deck doesn't do anything most of the time. And then even when it does, like you can still just lose.
Mhm.
And that's what the chimes feel like. But the chimes support cards kind of smooth that out of it, right? Like those cards are just on their own pound for pound better than I had expected, especially the elusive one. And so like those are really good. But I am wary of anything that leans too hard into chimes.
Mhm. I think as well is I didn't realize this today, but Disintegrate goes through barrier,
Yes.
which is I didn't think was a
Yeah,
thing.
is it supposed to do that?
What do
Apparently.
you mean?
Well, it's technically getting damaged, right? It just gets damaged for 0.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Like it's
That
still
happened to
getting
me
damaged.
on like the first video I posted on it.
Yeah,
I did it.
Jason disintegrated me, and I was like,
Yeah.
haha, you dumb,
I guess
dummy dumbhead.
Crimson
And then I got
Disciple
it.
works with barrier, right? Like if you play Crimson Disciple and it gets hit by what is the barrier on it, it does
Does it?
damage to you.
Mhm.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess that's what the interaction is. But that's stupid.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, that's the thing is when the meta does settle, do you reckon some of these like Ezreal, Caitlyn deck sort of thing comes back slowly because they have an answer to these big things they didn't have an answer to before, or do you reckon it's still a bit?
Yeah, I
Mega
think that
deck.
type of deck is pretty crazy. Like I was playing Annie Nar, which is just like a flock deck with like, and I was playing Lord Bloodmane, and I removed Tryndamere twice and like a FTR board. Like it was just crazy.
Yeah, and playing a bit of Henneke's deck, and honestly feels pretty solid.
Yeah, I
And,
stopped
like,
playing it immediately
Lord
after posting
Broadmane,
it in the
like,
Discord.
kind of sometimes doing something.
Yeah, that card's actually like surprised me. It is crazy control for like Noxus type control stuff.
I think the majority of the cards that weren't really rated that highly, or maybe overshadowed, they've all done pretty well. Like obviously you have the meme cards, but
We do have to see how they hold up against the actual decks of the format, though.
Mhm.
Because we're not in that spot yet. That comes tomorrow when everybody plays the real decks.
Yeah.
Like, okay, that was fun, right? And then we have to see, like, okay, is this kind of stuff really good? And I still, I know a lot of people disagree with me. I still don't think Disintegrate's very good.
Mm.
I'm not a fan.
I
I get
think-
it, but I don't know.
I just like, okay, the thing is, like, I think in my head immediately 2 for 1. Well, that just sucks. Like, I'm giving 2 cards to remove this thing.
Yeah.
But then you look at like what actually is going on like your opponent's board, and it's like their Tentacles like 4 cards, their Saga Seeker Yumi is like 5 cards, and so if you're removing that with 2, it's actually a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
And
that's
it's
fair.
really mana efficient.
That's fair.
I think
it's-
Disintegrate is also really good, especially with things like Annie or like Gnar. Like, I don't want to play it, and I was actually trying at the beginning. I tried like I think it was like TF Swain or something with Disintegrate. And it feels really bad if you have to use actual cards to proc it all the time.
Yeah.
But if you have 6 champions that help proc it, like your opponent can't block Annie ever if you have 3 Disintegrates in your deck.
I think I was just playing a lot of decks that could like deal with the Disintegrate on the stack. So you can put Disintegrate on the stack and it'd be like, okay, like palm your guy, or Bone Skewer my dude, or whatever, and then like it would just, you know, there goes 2 of your cards or whatever.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I think Disintegrate is really meta dependent, right? If Disintegrate against like a Pantheon is going to be insane. Disintegrate against something like a Viego is going to be insane if you see more play of that.
Yeah.
Disintegrate will be good against Pantheon, not Viego. Hourglass is
And-
still a card.
Even FTR, like you can
Yeah.
punish quite hard. With Disintegrate, like you can, if you put Disintegrate on Tryndamere, you just hit him twice and he dies, which is really funny.
I think as well is, like you said, is Shurima still have really good tools for this meta. They have Quicksand, they have Right Negation. Like, have you seen like the amount of Jin Annie and it's just like a full stack and you just one right, just all gone. And
I'm waiting for the day that someone gets so many skills on the stack and just like puts a spell on that there's too many and they can't write anything. I'm waiting for that screenshot.
I mean, just Rex and Jin on the same stack, right?
Oh yeah, that's true. That's only 8, right? That's like 8 spells.
3, 3, 2. Damn.
Yeah.
you would just
And
need,
the,
like,
and the 3/2 that triggers when you play something with skill.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
well, as well as if you have Jin, then you only need like every 3 skills, he gets another.
Yeah, that's what we're saying, because it was 8. Jin and Rex is 8. You need one more,
Mm.
so you play the 3/2 that pings, and then we're at the full 9.
Yeah, there we go. We did it. Go team.
Who's gonna make the YouTube video?
I mean, not me.
I saw Silverfuse I saw Silverfuse play Ledros and Dredo in the same deck with Jin. 'Cause
That's sick.
Ledros' ability. I thought
That's
it was
pretty
kind of
cool.
cute.
What do you guys think? I mentioned this like as soon as I played a game. I played the Stagehand card. I feel like this card is not fair.
I know, I've seen you on Twitter.
It just does so much damage. Like, you set up any board, and then it removes a blocker, and it does 4 itself.
Or
I
it
mean,
just
that's
shuts
just
down an
crazy.
attack. Just
Yeah.
absolutely
Yeah,
shuts
yeah.
it down. Yeah,
Oh,
cards
yeah,
care.
that card's
Would you like
bonkers.
to attack with your not good unit into my 4/4
Yeah.
for free? Yeah, like
Yeah, and you
It
can't
pushes
attack with
so
your good
much
unit. That's not it.
damage.
Yeah.
It just pushes a ridiculous amount of damage.
Yeah.
You just go like
You play it
1
on
drop,
turn 3,
you play
or turn
something,
4.
you like bait out something else, then you like stun your big thing, get involved by fearsome guys, and like a 4/4 and just smash.
Yeah. I played a game. I played my own Arachnoid Sentry on the turn into like their board, and they hit me with a Stagehand, and then I took like 10 damage on turn 3, and I was like, why? It's just not fair,
Yeah.
man.
Literally,
It's
like
just
the only play to Stagehand is to stun them back, right? Just to play your own
play your own
Stagehand
Stagehand,
or
yeah.
play your own Sentry or whatnot.
Kept forcing my concussive palms. And I was like, oh, we're big chilling here. And then they played Stagehand. I'd be like, God damn it. I have to stun it, get my 3/2, just to try to
Scariest
like,
thing
not take
is-
a million.
Stagehand combos with like Jin on the board. If they have their like Jin and they're proccing the Lotus Trap with a stun, all of a sudden your wide board has like 2 blockers. And it's pretty miserable.
And they're coming in for at least 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I mean, again, it's all speculation because it's day 1, but I heard rumors of Lee Sin possibly returning.
Oh yeah.
Were they spread by Majin?
No, I don't tell people. I tell
No,
people Lee Sin's
yeah.
bad, and then I top 32 seasons with it.
Why
Sweet.
is that? Is it because of Tellstones?
Tellstones is insane, yeah.
Yeah, that would basically be it. Like,
I lost a game today to Mono Ionia Lee Sin Bard, so there's some weird shit going on.
Well, the thing is I've
no
lost
overwhelm required.
I've lost to like random elusive decks that like just run like the entire elusive package, and then I try and do my like 2 things I can do to stop an elusive, and they just what's it called?
Tellstones,
Tellstones into the Barrett Stand United.
Oh,
and
Stand United even, yeah.
Yeah, Ionian and Tellstones. I stand by what I said. I think it's the best one.
I think it is.
I'm
For
a huge
sure.
fan of that one.
I think as well is Dragon Ambush. As it not seen much play now, if that card as well in Elite Sin can stall out a bit. But honestly, I've seen a lot of people hype up Dragon Ambush, but I don't.
It's a lot of
Wait,
mana. I don't think it's
That's
released.
bad.
Yeah,
I don't think it's released
that's
in.
what I'm
Hype it
thinking.
up.
If there's
I
a
will-
spot for it, it's Azira Aurelia.
Oh,
Bro, it
yeah, that
levels
was
your
it. That was it.
cannons.
So you can basically like because you want to use your spell mana for Blade Dancing or like free attacks, because of Field Musicians and you get the free refill. Dragon Ambush makes sense, and it's like also like one of the cards that can keep you alive while also putting pressure.
Yeah, I know Dark Codius was like testing around with that in his list.
anything to make a zero rally work.
Yeah.
He likes it right now.
Yeah. I think as
Playing
well,
deep.
I saw that.
That new Drain
I
card
witnessed.
does not suck.
Deep crushes any Jin. Like it's so unfair.
I asked.
you-
The first thing I did was I asked Random Seven, "Is deep viable?" And he said yes, and I was beyond happy.
You probably don't beat Pantheon, like ever.
Of course.
Yeah.
Don't you?
The Husk.
They get bigger than you.
You can't put Vengeance in your deck, imagine?
You can, but you start losing. So the more Vengeance, it's the same as everywhere, right? The more Vengeance, the more points you lose against aggro decks.
Yeah.
But for
Mhm.
deep, it's like way more so.
Yeah.
Because in the early game, you absolutely have to be doing like multiple things a turn. Because deep can get really clunky, and once you start trimming things like that, you lose a lot of points against aggro.
It's
So
true.
you kind of have to choose.
Yeah. Your only shot is the Nautilus spell, and that's like really low chance, but it's still an out. I played Thralls at the start of the season as well. Thralls was pretty fun. New cards are pretty good. Hanzo will be happy.
What do you think of the -2/-0? That
The
one?
-2
That
thing.
card sucks. doesn't
I
it?
honestly, I think it's insane. Like the value
Really?
you get of an instant sentry, like you can
It
just
is
pop.
quite
You can just like,
Yeah.
here we go.
And it's
Yeah,
not
if you think about
fleeting,
it-
right? It's just
No, it's not
instant
fleeting. You just
sentry.
get it.
That's actually pretty
So-
solid.
I think it's good.
I think for sure. I think where Thralls might struggle a bit is to deal with like a really wide board if it doesn't draw its. It's
Yeah.
basically it's another stall tool, right? You're already sort of winning against anything that goes later on anyway. Especially now with you can get Thralls even faster. I didn't play
Yeah.
the 4/5, but it could be a 4/5.
Oh,
deck.
Dracmore Inquisitor. We were talking about that yesterday, actually.
Yes,
I hate that card.
But now with the new 2/2, I also
but
hate that card.
again,
Why? Why do you guys hate that card?
Because I play it and then my opponents kill it and I get sad.
well, again is quicksand and that sort of shenanigans still beat out. Like the old stuff still beats out Thralls, right? So it depends on what stays and what doesn't. I think quicksand as a card is just good against everything at the moment.
I mean, we'll still have to see how like decks continue to refine themselves. Like if Ionia is good at all of them are gonna have 3 Tellstones, and that makes it a bit harder to play against as well.
Mhm.
You really think every Ionia deck is going to end up with 3 Tellstones?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty.
Damn, all right.
insane.
I thought I was the Ionia
Dude.
Tellstone
Mhm.
salesman here.
Yeah, like come on. Like even every failure deck doesn't even play three sisters. That card's bonkers. But like,
Yeah,
you just can't always
yeah,
afford it.
It's not bonkers like Ionia and Tellstones is, in my opinion. Like
It is very
guess.
good. I like 2. 2's like a sweet spot.
I'm just saying,
Like,
there's like
Tellstones
an
is
aggro, in like an
Tellstones.
aggro deck, you don't really want 3 Tellstones, right?
The thing is in
Yeah,
the aggro
I
deck,
guess
you
so.
you might want to put one in just
what's your
just
aggro Ionia deck though, right? Like it's like elusives,
yeah
which isn't actually that fast hitting. You kind of still might want Homecoming.
yeah homecoming
And
is sick.
Stand United is still like a good.
It's just so much
it's good,
mana.
Like when you said
Like a Poppy Zed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
or
Like,
we'll just.
sure.
I've been experimenting
I'm
with
just saying not
Arcana
all.
deck,
That's all.
and I
Just saying
don't.
not
I don't
all.
feel like I have an extra mana lying around all the time for my homecomings.
Mhm.
I suppose, yeah.
I'm gonna play that.
I still think I think the deck is great. What's that?
I'm gonna play that Targon Ari cannon. That
Yeah,
Jordan's
they're pretty
playing.
cool.
Mhm.
How are
You
doing
said
with
Ari,
Jordan?
and I was like, yes.
Ari, Tom, Kench, still in.
It's pushing it. You get to reset Foxtopus. Or
I love
Fortune Croaker. You get to keep Fortune Crokering. It's insane.
There's so many things.
I do love some
Okay.
decks though.
You do get to keep Fortune Crokering though.
Pretty good. You know the elusive, the 3-mana one that damages itself? Just reset it.
Oh, Lounging Lizard. True. Very true.
Well, this is for
You might
days.
be onto something here.
I realized I was reminded of that card when I was going through Battle Champions for the card back. And I forgot that Toad and stuff like that existed, and everyone freaked out over it.
Was Spotted
From
Toad?
last patch. From last patch, you know, like Stomping Toad. So the ones that transform.
Oh,
Yeah,
one.
Spotted Toad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spotted Toad.
That card was so bad.
And everyone
And it was
you know,
clear that it was so bad.
Yeah, I never liked that one. Teeny Dactyl I was pretty high on.
Yeah, me too.
It wasn't
That's
quite
good.
as good as I thought it was going to be. It's still a solid card, but like I thought it was.
They
gonna
did
be
nerf
really
like
good.
the Nard decks, like by
Yeah,
now.
the deck was good, and they definitely nerfed pretty hard. And
Well,
they just
like,
nerfed it again with Cracksock Corsair.
Teeny Dactyl was never like, you know, it never made a huge splash that people were afraid it was going to. Or even the other, like all three of them, right? The one that like
Mhm.
feels one everything, the one that transforms
That's
stuff.
Toad.
All three of
Toad
them.
was
Five
really
for
good.
4. How is that fair?
I
It
don't
powered
know,
Big City
Teeny
Breaker.
Dactyl is kind of nuts.
Which one?
Teeny Dactyl.
Yeah, in like the Vandal Ping deck. Yeah, I thought it was really good. And then like
Fine.
right after they nerfed Gnar.
I just thought it was funny because at the time everyone was just like, "Yeah, it's just better City Breaker." Oh, stupid power creep. You know, I was like, "Who cares
You've
about
never
this
played
stupid
City Breaker in your life,
Breaker
bro.
card?" Yeah, exactly.
Power creep.
Come on.
Well, isn't City Breaker like a catapult?
Yeah.
It's the 1/5.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so this is just a
Yeah.
trebuchet. They're just strictly better.
Was any fun decks that you tried out during early access or today that you really enjoyed? You know, something that's not super viable.
Besides your
But...
infinite Bard Chime deck.
Yeah, we got 2 billion chimes in deck. That was fun.
I had what was really funny with Deep is someone leveled up Maokai, and then I just played a
Mhm.
bunch of chime cards,
Oh.
and I drew I had 4 left. And just drew like a bunch of chimes.
Oh
and
god,
stuff.
that's so silly. Everything's just
Um,
you have sea monsters basically.
Yeah, and then the fun one that my mate Seka was playing, was playing Hecarim. He's playing a Thresh
Mm.
Hecarim.
With the harrowing
Music.
return.
Yeah, and he's having real fun with that.
Hmm.
Well, you
Oh.
just put Stagehand in, right? You can put Stagehand, you can put Dragon Ambush. It's not
I
like
was,
a,
gonna say, I was like, Stagehand, Shark Chariot, we're doing it. Finally.
Mm.
It's our boys' time to shine.
it's not like the most consistent deck of all time, but it was really fun.
It's not?
No.
That can't be
No.
right.
It ain't so.
Shark Chariot
Well,
never
it's funny.
fails.
It's funny because you know the Darkwater Scourge plus Deathmark combo still just makes aggro auto concede anyway. So.
Those are hits, people. Yeah, I love that. I remember playing that in the early Viego days, and like no one was ready. That was like the Viego mirror tech too. Was just you play 3 death marks,
Yeah,
and then yep.
I think it's gonna be very interesting to see what kind of lineups like because you guys talk about RA tomorrow. It's gonna be very interesting to see what 3 decks people rank. All right.
That's right. We have to submit tonight.
Oh,
God.
well,
You have to
it's
submit by
tomorrow.
9 a.m. tomorrow. So
Oh,
basically,
Wait, it's 9 a.m. tomorrow?
9 a.m. for Majin, noon for us.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck that. We're submitting tonight.
And then
Yeah.
Jason and I have to submit for the Riot Grand Prix.
Oh yeah,
Well,
Is
it's
the
the
Riot
Grand
Grand Prix going on?
It's tomorrow.
God damn
I
it.
forgot about it until like yesterday, and then I'm
I'm
like, "Yo,
like-
Riot Grand Prix," and I was like,
How
"Oh
do I
shit!"
not get an invite to these things?
Because we
Because you're
invited you the last
so
time.
greedy. You were the greediest person ever to try to get invited. I was waiting for it because I was like, I gave my invite to literally anyone but Jordan. You're the only person who's like, hey, who's got this right? Who's got an invite? You have probably played more. You played more than I have. For God's sake, like legit.
Because I should be in the fucking tournament. Sorry.
Well, why? Because you're so good. I'll give you that.
Isn't-
I'm
yeah.
not going to go into this. I'm not dealing with this.
Why?
shit.
Jordan, you gotta say why.
Wait, what?
I'm good. Pass. Hard pass. Move on.
Okay.
Anyway, so we have to submit, and it's part of the rules this time, since it's so close to the set that we have to include 3 of the new champions, at least in one deck.
Mm.
I feel like anyone that brings 3 non-new champion decks to Riot Grand Prix in
That
the
happens,
first
right?
place.
Yeah, that
Oh.
happens.
I'll send you the Jin
Uh,
Bard sauce.
Yeah, thank you.
The mono Runeterra.
The mono Runeterra champ. Let's go. I don't know what I'm gonna
Do you
buy.
actually even do that? Is that allowed?
Wait, what happens when you do that? I'm curious.
All right, let's do it right now.
What if I just
You don't have very many choices, is what happens when you do
Oh,
that.
I think
It's very hard to build a deck.
It
I
is
see.
possible, but I think yeah.
You gotta run no spells.
That's true.
Oh no, you do get to run spells.
No,
it's
you
just-
get the
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
the
bard
spell,
spell.
yeah.
yeah, you get the chime spells.
Oh yeah, the one chime
Five mana
spell.
one.
The
It's
fire, the
done.
5 mana
We have one
stun.
landmark and one spell, and then we're chilling.
That's all you need, really.
It's just a high skill deck, you know.
Hypey.
I
I
did try to not invite one of you guys this time because I have invited one of you guys every single time to the Riot Grand Prix. So I invited.
So who's
someone else.
playing it?
Isn't that like
Can
the
you, like,
point
reveal
of
that?
having a team?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. It is, but not every time.
So who's playing? Who'd you invite?
I invited Joseph the most, who's like done a lot for me
Ah.
over the last like 6 months. So
Oh,
yeah.
inviting your flesh and blood peeps now, huh? Judas. I see how it is.
Everybody knows Yost. He's got the most.
Uh-huh.
He's been a Runeterra dude.
Someone's
longer than I have.
infected the wombat serve with Fab.
It's such a
Manage
big-
got hooked on it, and then
Oh,
did
yeah,
okay,
Manage
just
is
sleeping into
in
everyone.
love it.
man.
Manage is in my Discord all the time, bro.
Yeah.
In the map channel,
You're
anybody
just,
want to
like,
jam some
playing.
games? Him and Jason. Anybody want to jam some games? Anybody looking to practice?
Well, he tricks us, right? He says, "Do they want to play tabletop simulator?" And then they go, and then loads up Fab. It's like,
Flash
this
it.
one thing.
It's fun.
Um,
It's really
That's pretty
fun.
funny.
But what I will say is, looking at lineups, is we can have a true triple Demacia lineup now with Panth, Scouts, and Alawi.
This guy.
I mean, you can always do that with like Sim.
You can't do that. You can't do scouts and Alawi.
Oh, gosh, you can't.
Yeah.
So it'll be the third one.
Anyway.
Always
Mm.
still
You can
Sim.
play Bard Bannerman.
Oh, finally.
All that deck needed was more +1/+1s, guys.
Yeah, that's what someone was playing. I ran up against Bard Pantheon like twice, and I was like, "Why are you doing this? What's the point, dude? Do you know how easy it is for you to get +1/+1 on your units? It just happens to you."
Yeah. But I do think like Scouts is not really needed in the Pantheon lineup anymore. We just replace it with the Tentacles. No,
I mean, there are other
ultimately-
Demacia playable decks like Jace Lux. I know we do a bit to the top cut of last seasonals, and then like Civ Rockshawn's good too. So like you could always play triple Demacia. It's just like why?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then
You need a
have to
really
play
good
triple
reason to
Demacia.
do it. I mean, like I would love to play triple Demacia, but like you need a really good reason for it. Like there's got to be some specific deck you want to beat.
Mhm.
That was it. It wasn't Triple Demacia out. I was saying because of the new archetype with like Jin and like Bard being Runeterra champions, it's much
Mhm.
easier to build similar decks now.
It's true. There is another like region basically because yeah, they're completely outside of the region lock or
So if
region
you-
restrictions.
So you could do triple aggro if you wanted to do triple aggro. You could do like a pirate. You could do the Jin, Jin Annie,
Yeah.
and then something else. Really
That's
easily
true,
now.
huh? Yeah.
It's gonna be
You do,
it's gonna be
like-
interesting to see if like
Yeah. You get,
rules change later on if we get more and more of these Runeterra champions.
you get like PNZ Noxus, builds Water Noxus, and then Annie Jin.
Yeah,
It's interesting at least.
I think
I'm probably gonna bring some shenanigans. Nothing too crazy, but like,
yeah.
I'm not bringing Pantheon. That's for sure.
To RA or to
No, I'll bring whatever to RA
You
my
need
team
to
thinks
for
gives us the
RA?
best chance to win. But like for the Riot Grand Prix, I'm gonna bring like I don't know deep.
Wait, are you guys on the cusp in RA? Like, are you guys winning in, or are you guys?
I
like...
have no idea what
Is this the
I'm
last
qualified
week?
for- We are playoff
Yeah, this is the very last
qualified.
week. So,
Oh,
Oh,
guys, please don't punt. We're definitely not qualified.
No, we're qualified.
Wait,
No, you have to finish top 3, right?
no, we're qualified. They,
Well,
they tagged us. You just having your notifications saying no?
no, but if
Yeah,
you
because
don't
they're
finish
so
top three, you
annoying. They
have to
ping
pay
me
a
like
fine.
6 times a day.
I
always
have,
pinging
I have
me.
notifications off in every single Discord.
Fair.
But what does anyone know? What is it? Top what in each division moves to the
I don't
playoffs?
know.
So it's top there, secured, and then 4 and 5 play for 4th.
I did not think it was. We were tied for second. I think so.
That's not
There was
enough to
there was
get you
one.
right.
Hold on. There was one, we had to play 2 games. There was one team with one more win than us. We're tied with another team, and there's like multiple. There's like one team with 1 less win, and like 2
Hey.
teams at least with like 2 less wins. So like people can catch
Yeah, we're
us,
not doing that
pass
well,
us.
huh?
Yeah, like I don't know. Like we were not like secure by any means. When you look at
We
it.
were tagged, and they said they were playoff qualified.
Let's put it this way: we were in 3rd, and there was 2 more games to play. Like, and it's
Yeah,
not like
I
it's not like
think
a
you
gap or anything.
It's-
You guys are guaranteed for top 5, but like there's a tiebreaker match. If you
Oh,
get
I
through.
see what that means.
If you guys
Yeah.
lose, like you have 3
Yeah,
out of 4 or
let's
5.
try not to
matches.
do that.
Well,
We
I
have to
have
wait and
played.
see.
I've played a day and a half now of Runeterra in the last like 2 weeks.
I would also like the record to show that since playoffs of last season, every single time it was all three of you guys have O2'd. You guys are
Okay,
0 and 4 as a threesome. We've never
You
O2'd
want-
when I was on the team.
Do you want to take my spot this week?
No, I really don't.
I got stuff I can do.
Just win. I'm just asking you to win.
I'm gonna win.
I don't know what you guys do when I'm not there, but I imagine there's like whipped cream and vodka shots and fun as hell.
Or even there when they prep. Wait, hold up. You literally just like, yo, Kev, just give me a deck, man.
Yeah, he doesn't
Just
prep.
give me a
It's
deck.
not true at all. I say absolutely nothing, and then they are forced to give me decks, and then I go win with them. I have never lost when I had submitted a list
Yeah,
ever.
that's-
Jason like 30
what do you
minutes
want?
before
You're like,
deck
I don't know, just
submission,
do
then he
whatever.
doesn't
Kev just goes to
respond.
my Runeterra AR and takes my decks and submits them.
Yeah.
It's not like he's
Yeah,
like
that's what he
breaking the format or something. Like, here you go, Jason. He's just like, what is this
Maybe
dumb
he is.
play? He plays this, and he plays that, he plays his other deck.
Yeah,
And
but
he's
you're
literally like, I
acting
gave you a
like you're
bad
contributing,
list
you
of
know?
Talia Ziggs, because it was what you were playing. So here you go.
Yeah. Well, as well as huge news was what's called seasonals is one weekend now.
I love it.
Oh yeah. I'm
It's
excited
still
for
you
that.
can still submit 2 different lineups though, which is annoying.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, but-
that there are definitely flaws, right?
How in the world are they going to like? Sorry, how in the world are they going to like contact all 32 people and get them ready for tomorrow?
Why do you have to contact them?
It's apparently all automated now.
It's all automated. You just
So
go right in.
the
Like, you
problem
qualify,
is-
show up,
Totally be
you
no
submit your
problem with
decks.
that, as we have seen Riot do perfect automation and have no bugs with anything.
well,
time,
the problem is right is they don't check the region, so you know they don't. Basically, what happens is they don't they contact you after the event. After the event, they contact you. So if your region doesn't match, you just get disqualified, no matter what your place was. If you know,
But that's not
any
different,
rule
though.
breaks. Well, the difference
Is
is
this a
it
guy
happens
named
after the
Haneke winning
event.
APAC next season? You know,
That's how it happens
I'm
right
not
now.
saying
That's how
it's
it happens
me.
right now.
Yeah.
No, because you get checked before, and the next person in line takes your spot. Whereas now you play.
The check is
Yeah.
they
You play-
ask you, are you in this region? Or like, what country are you in? So if you just say whatever.
We have to send them like information on.
Not
They
until
may
after.
have to.
You don't have to send them
Only
information
after.
until after when you win
Oh,
money.
that's true. That's true.
So that doesn't matter.
I guess
They,
the
but
free
the
stuff
one
is
thing
just,
is they do
more for like
checks. They do checks on their own to check you everyone's in the right region, everything like that. That's how
They
everyone
don't.
gets the flags.
I straight up
Well-
don't believe that.
Well, that's how,
They
how,
don't.
how do you reckon? How do you reckon they get the flags though?
They ask you.
They ask.
Yeah, they do ask you.
Yeah,
Yes.
That's it. That's the check. Is they ask
Wait,
you.
is this still the same guy? It's the one
It's
guy.
just
right?
like the info. It's like, what's your name? What country are you from? Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah,
The
they
checks
just
happen when you try to
pick
collect
your
your money.
Zach, yeah.
He's a nice
That's
guy.
the man.
That's supposed to be the
I miss
barrier.
It's Zach. right?
Okay,
It's
so I
like,
guess
yeah.
it doesn't matter then. What I will say though is rip in peace for anyone who's playing in Australia or New
Oh
Zealand.
yeah, the Australia.
Yeah, that's so dumb. They should, but that again, they should have changed that forever ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really get that one.
Seems like a big week for laws that should have been changed and haven't.
My guess is language.
Oof.
Because they speak
Mm.
English in Australia and New Zealand, that's why they lump them in with like North America or Americas, I assume.
Who knows? Who knows?
Other than those things though, it's like great. I love that like the weekend's gonna feel awesome. It's like even for like anyone that doesn't make top 32, you're like, look up the next day, load it
Watch
up,
party.
see like, yeah, watch party that shit. Let's go. Like it's
So
just
much
like
Oh yeah.
go together, so much watch party, it's gonna be a whole weekend. And I like that season's or the next season, just bang. We got patch on Tuesday, new season on Wednesday. Like go. Not this like 10 days of like waiting around, which for anyone that's like making content is fantastic. You don't just have 10 days of like, we'll tell you stuff in a while. Everyone, because like literally the views like a crescendo, a seasonals, and like off a cliff. And now it's going to be like watch party, awesome, and then like reveal stuff on Monday, patch notes, go, keep going.
Yeah.
So I think that's
Yeah, I
I think
want
that's
my
good for the
break.
community. You can still take a break.
I want my
I was waiting for one of you motherfuckers to say, but I don't get a break. I'm gonna get burnt out. Let's be real. You just had a 2.5 month long season of nothingness. You're gonna have some
Yeah. breaks
breaks in there. Don't worry about it. And also like mid season, everyone takes a break anyway. Like climb for the first couple weeks, chill, do some scrims. Like there's time.
For sure.
No, I'm just walking around.
It's all upside except the people who now have to play on Monday morning.
Yes.
Is my opinion.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it was funny to see a bunch of people on Twitter basically say the opposite. They're like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah.
I mean, no matter what they
Well,
do.
I know for the majority of people it's good, but like students that work on weekend, it just kind of sucks. Yeah, I mean, I just take the day off, right? I just try and get
Yeah,
the
I mean,
day
there's
off,
no
it's
getting away
fine.
from that anyway, right? People
Yeah,
who
the
work
thing
on
is, you
weekends
have
are
to be like, oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna top.
Yeah,
I'm
that's what
taking the day
feels
off,
bad
man.
is taking the day off and then just
You're
not
like,
top
oh,
cut and
I
just like,
2-7 I'm just sitting here.
I'm not even. I would top 32 and be like, I don't even know if I'm taking the day off because there's so many times I top 32. I got my whole day blocked out, and I go, all right, and then I 0-2 in 30 minutes, and I'm like,
Yep.
okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Just don't lose, bro.
Oh, damn, I didn't think of that. That's smart, actually.
Yeah.
No wonder I haven't won a game yet.
Okay, I got one for you guys. What do you think of this? This is it's a little out there. But due to some recent information that has come to light, which is neither here nor there, I feel like, well, I'm gonna do this. I don't know why I'm asking permission because I'm probably just gonna get dunked on. I want to start up a I don't know, petition. So petition sounds weird. Basically, everyone sign this thing being like, we support this.
Petition, then.
That's a petition. Yeah.
I was trying to think of like a different word for it.
That change.org link, yeah.
I would like Legends of Runeterra to hire a head of organized play. And send it to like the CEO of Riot and the head of Riot Esports.
You have John Riot's email?
Is that definitely not who founded Riot, right?
John Riot, CEO of
And
Riot.
definitely not the CEO currently. Okay, so last people, but two things. One, the shit that we want to get done is not getting done because it's not anyone's job, unless it's it doesn't get done, and it's become blatantly clear. And two, Magic players recently did this and got themselves like I don't know $500,000 or something. Where just like all the pro players were like did this exact same thing, sent it to the CEO of Wizards of the Coast, and was like, "Hey, you fucked us. We want our money." And like the Magic community at large have been bitching about this for forever, for like a year or something, until they did this, and it went straight to the CEO, and they fucking he's like, "Each one of you get $50,000, each single one."
Yeah.
Yeah,
well-
get fucked though.
And it's Riot.
Yeah,
10
maybe nothing happens. Maybe
biggest
nothing happens.
company
Like what's
plus.
the worst that happens? Nothing.
I think
Well, we already
I
have
think
that.
as well is it's clear to say is obviously Candy Riot's the person that's in charge of organized play is like a temp, but they're also revamping their entire creator system as well.
Oh, tell me more.
Yeah, but that's completely separate. That's a
Yeah,
completely
but
different
what
thing.
what I'm saying is like they're redoing the whole of the creator system, and then they might.
They've only been doing it for 2 years though.
Well,
Majin
that's,
and I like
well, that's
went
not
and did-
related to
I got paid to do some.
Yeah, no,
backtables with
it's for Runeterra. They're doing a lot more in it. I think everything's moving in the right direction. I think if we just poke the bear a bit more, then maybe. But
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I think one weekend step in the good direction. The bugs need to be ironed out, sure, and then some sort of head organized play.
You know, I was Can we talk about the nerfs, the crackshot and the demo nerfs? So
Mhm.
I saw these and I was like, wow, this is so good for the game. They're seeing this Jin thing coming in and they're like, wow, this is gonna be a little bit too strong coming in, so we're gonna nerf these cards preemptively, and that's what I thought they were gonna do. And then the whole thing is like, yeah, pirate aggro is too strong, and I was like, this is your reasoning for this? Like,
I
really?
think-
like pirate aggro is too strong?
I think whoever wrote that obviously didn't get all the memos.
yeah, that was a bit weird to me.
Definitely whoever wrote that didn't get all the memos right. I guess they were trying to do things right. Is pirate aggro normally dominates the start of ladders, just climb as quickly as
Sure.
possible because it's just pirate aggro, and normally we don't get a new really good aggro deck like we done Junani, right? So it's normally always pirates. So they wanted to nerf it to try and encourage new decks, but it so happened that the same burned cards that are used in pirates
Mhm.
also get used in Junani, so it's a win-win.
Yeah.
I mean, technically speaking, by like ladder stats, like Pirates was doing phenomenally well, but so was like a lot of other decks.
Mhm.
So if that was the reason, then they missed out on some other decks like Pantheon that they could.
Yeah, they should have buffed
I think we're all a
Pantheon.
little sick of Pantheon at this
I am
point.
sick of it.
Yeah.
I mean, like, they have to use. So we say, like, oh, ladder stats don't really matter or whatever because people aren't playing, like, their decks to the best of the abilities. But, like, if Pirates has a 57% win percentage, which it's basically had for, like, 4 seasons or something,
Not Masters,
Then, like,
though, right?
in Masters, yes.
Yeah.
But, like, high Masters, it goes down. But, like, we have to understand that, like, maybe it doesn't quite affect us as, like, much as, like, 57% win percentage, okay. Like, sure. But, like, it actually does win 57% of its games in Masters. That's what that means. So they're looking at that and going, that's too much. And, like, yeah, we go, oh, like, like, it doesn't actually, it doesn't win that much in, like, our high rank or whatever, but it does win that much. And that's, like, absolutely a
Yeah.
reason to nerf it, right?
I
Well-
agree, but it's just like it was just like
It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Now,
if you're looking at
all-time,
nerfs for
Pirates,
stuff
yeah.
in the last patch, like I'm like,
Yeah. Well, we're definitely getting some. We've got to have some fate changes in what 2 weeks' time. The next patch is the. Did he say the next patch was the patch after they said that was?
It should be
the
4
one?
weeks.
Should be 4 weeks.
Okay, so in 2 weeks we all have to switch to Pantheon.
Exactly. For
I mean,
the
the patch
first.
will be they'll be done with the patch by then. So right now,
We gotta
all have to
work
play
it.
only Pantheon.
We're doing our duty, guys. We're
Yeah.
playing into Disintegrate.
Mm-hmm.
At least Ruben Z is working on the next one.
Well, like you said, is like you said is when the meta settles and Panty comes back and all sorts come back, it'll be interesting to see is there a deck that lowers the win rate and does well overall. Like obviously direct counters to Pantheon are going to lose a lot of other things, but if there's a deck that does great into Pantheon and then does okay into others that are good on the ladder, then you never know. You never know. We said this about like stuff in the past, and then 2 weeks later we realized, oh, maybe it doesn't need changed. I think there is a definite problem of power creeping again and again and again. You're going to reach a certain point, but
I don't know if this stuff power creep like Pantheon specifically. Like the stuff's good. There's like a lot of new good cards, but it doesn't feel like it's overshadowed, or it should overshadow some of the older stuff.
And a lot of the older stuff is still like it's either still really good or it has been tuned to become good again.
yeah.
They've introduced new
Oh,
cards
especially
for
this
it.
patch as well. Yeah.
Especially this patch. And like power creep is not only normal, it's healthy, in my opinion. Like
Yeah.
you need a little bit of power creep because otherwise you have 4 sets go by that don't do anything. Right?
Mhm.
Like
Mhm.
the new stuff that comes out needs to be good. It needs to be better than a lot of the older stuff. I mean, not all the older stuff, right? But then some of it. And I
Mhm.
like the kind of way that they seem to be approaching it, where here comes the new stuff. Maybe it's a little too good. We tone it back. It's not good enough. Like Udyr, we'll push it a little bit. And then the next set, we'll give some more help to like some of the older archetypes. Lux gets to come back, right? Like Heimer's good now. Like that's really interesting to me. I really like the way that they're handling that.
I think because that was it. Next patch we might be getting the playcast change. Not that it affects anything too
Right.
much.
Oh, like the possible Karma Jace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just reword and stuff.
Mhm.
I think as well as like you said is there's a lot of like stun based decks that can possibly counter Pantheon. I know it still has other ways to stop it and everything like that. But like you said is, everyone runs Stagehand now and then Sentries and then all sorts,
Yeah, Pantheon opens a lot though, like beyond turn 4.
Yeah. We'll have to see really, won't we? I don't think I've seen a single Pantheon ladder, so I can't really say much.
I imagine like aggro into it is probably still good. Like the Jin aggro is probably going to do well into it because even with like the Stagehand Sentry things, like you can just go wide and there are a couple blockers aren't going to do anything.
It does a lot of
But-
damage outside of actual combat too, which is important.
And also that
True,
Like I've taken 8 before blockers happened. I had like Spirit's
Yeah.
Refuge or something, and I was like, doesn't matter. I'm
Yeah.
dying.
Yeah.
Well, I think Cataclysm is just an insane card, right?
Yes. Hard to dream.
And we're
Didn't
gonna see
Cataclysm
even more
normally see a
now.
lot of play before Pantheon?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah,
It
because
was played as like a one of in like Sivir.
the thing is the decks that used to run it with like you get it free from Jarvan, you get
I
it
mean,
for free.
it was used quite a bit for when Rune Runner was 6/4 in like any Sivir deck.
Oh yeah. But like you said, is when there's a big overwhelm or a big overwhelm target that can get stunned or something like that. Cataclysm's great, especially with
Yeah.
Alawi as well, because Alawi attack and then you get the buff and then you
Yeah.
Cataclysm and then you get the double buff and it's just insane.
That's
Agreed.
true. That is pretty good. That sounds pretty good. I mean, I tried that
Yeah.
All right,
right after I
anything
played
else?
Bard Jin.
Barge. Anything else you want to cover real quick? We're about at that time.
Um,
I'm good. I'm still pretty new into it. I got a lot of stuff to try.
Yeah,
Yeah, I played
there's
like
there's
10
still a lot of stuff. I like only played Annie, so like
I-
I want to see what the other stuff does.
I think what would be funny to mention is everyone logged in to Pathy Champions 2.0 and I've never seen Twitter go up in
People are so
flames
mad.
because there's no
You
surrender
couldn't
button.
get out.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Was that
Where's the
only on the
back
phone?
button?
That happened
No,
on
it was
my
on
No,
desktop
desktop
too.
everywhere.
Oh really?
It was
My
everywhere.
desktop had it for me, but my phone didn't.
Really?
You need to do it on one device and then it's certainly other. Which is really comedic for me because I spent all night trying to fix a bug where I couldn't get past Ezreal, and then it loaded me straight into Path of Champions after not getting any of the rewards. And it's just
I just logged in today and got like 3 card backs. I was like, huh, cool, because I played in the past. But I thought
the
you
third
couldn't do
card back I couldn't get because it was bugged.
it.
I wanted to get the emote, but I was like, I saw it was coming the night before, and I was like, there's no way I tried.
Yeah, I
to
didn't
get
get the emo, but at least I got the card backs.
I got the right bump card back instead, so I'm not complaining.
Yeah, we're
Good enough. Good enough.
nice. Congrats. Must be nice.
Your Twitter game's just not good enough yet, Henneke. You gotta keep working.
Yeah, Turtles got me beat there.
Yeah, uh-huh.
You just have to post meme card combinations on day one release and just farm it.
I'm gonna post my Bard gym deck and say I'm like 11-3 with it.
I posted
Impressions.
the chime photo next to Sylvan Vanguard, and that matched really well for no reason
Oh my
apart
God.
from
Yeah,
absolute
people love
memes
that
of it.
stuff.
People are like, wait, that's insane!
Well, it's what I did. It's what I did last season with Baton Ram and Formidable.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Right.
That was the fun stuff. But yeah,
Or like the scout card that happened with Battering Ram too. The
yeah.
one that gets scout.
Oh, the field.
And people were like, oh!
Dude, Battering Ram is the funniest card for those sort of stuff.
I have lost to that exact combination
Oh.
before though.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Give something
I think
scout Battering Ram.
I think as well is for content wise.
It's the
This
Lurk
pa-
rally card in Battering Ram.
For content wise, this patch is like really good, right? It just opens up tons of decks to do videos on
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
tons of new concepts,
That's
more
very
than the
cool.
last patch, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
So everyone check out everyone's videos that are gonna happen.
It will happen. There
all
will
the
be
fun
videos,
stuff,
yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Alright.
Well,
Catch you guys next
good luck
week.
in RA. Good luck to us in RA. And I'll
Yep.
see you guys later.
Hope to see you guys in the playoffs.
I hope we're
Leave it to us this time, okay?
Okay.
Thanks.